and welcome back to my channel. I've got another day off this week, which is quite nice. So I thought I would take this opportunity and film a video for you guys. I've been requested a couple of times by Lexi95 on Instagram, which is one of my viewers, hello there, to do a uni experience video, uni being university. Of course, my experience differs from every single person, and what I experience is going to be completely different to what anyone in America experienced because I did my university in England. So yeah, please take it with a pinch of salt. I guess the first thing you need to think about when you think about university is where you'd like to go. For me, I'm going to say a lot in this video, I think. For me, there was a stark difference between campus universities or city universities. So a campus uni is one where you've got all your lecture theatres, your halls of residence, and the whole university structure is away from a town centre and is sort of its own town, I guess, its own university campus. That's one type of university in England. Might be different in other countries, might be the same, I don't really know. But anyway, or you've got the city centre type of university where you've got the buildings, the halls of residence, and obviously you've got other houses, shops, and a city around, built around this university, or a university built around the city. And so you've got two very different experiences there. I have been to both types and I've visited people in some types, and I have obviously been to university. My chosen university was a city campus, so I was living and studying and working in some cases within a city, not in my own separate campus away from everybody else, which I really enjoyed and was something that I knew I wanted before I even applied for uni. And so all of the universities that I applied for were pretty much, let me just think, I think they were all city centre campuses rather than ones away from the city. So step two, I guess, would be what do you want to study? And that's a massive guide as to where you should go for uni. It will either be where you want to be, so maybe somewhere near your home, or somewhere where you've got family, so I want to go to that city university because I've got family there, or I've got friends, or I don't know, a boyfriend. But the way I did it and the way I would recommend doing it is choosing a university that is as best as you possibly can get for you and for your chosen course. So for me, I chose to do photography. Weird enough, I know, not many people do it, but I studied a BA Honours degree in photography in Portsmouth. It's down south, it's a little city, very small city on the south coast, just opposite the Isle of Wight. It's good for photography. It's not the best by any means. The best universities for photography are in London. I would have loved, as in loved, to study in London. However, you've got to keep in mind your costs. So you've got to keep in mind how much living there is going to cost you, how much eating there is going to cost you, never mind travelling, and then maybe buying a book for your degree, maybe buying a camera, you know, things like that added up, and I couldn't personally afford to live in London. So I chose the next best thing for me. The grades I was predicted to get, I can't even remember what my predicted grades were. The best uni that I could aim for photography was going to be Portsmouth or Nottingham-Trent. Different ends of the country. Nottingham-Trent was actually my #1, but I got rejected in my interview. So I was like, oh, thanks. But then, just to make myself feel better about it, Nottingham-Trent came up in clearing, and clearing is a situation where if the university haven't got enough applicants to fill that year quota of students, then they'll go into clearing. So when people don't get into their chosen uni when they've got their results, and they can apply to go to these certain ones that have got empty spaces. So that means they rejected me, but they could have had me. But anyway, we'll carry on. So once you've chosen whether you want to be in a campus uni or a city uni, I chose a city, and where you've chosen what course you want to be doing, and if you want your university to be the best for your course, whether it's got what you want it to offer. I desperately wanted some film facilities so that I could, not as in movies, as in I could produce old style photographs, so I could use old film and old cameras in my degree as well as just this digital stuff, which is lovely. But believe me, if you've never done it before, film is magic. It's amazing. I'm just really sad I don't get to do it anymore. But anyway. and whether you figured out whether that uni's got enough facilities for you. Is it in the right place? You know, it's something different if, just for instance, say the University of Edinburgh was offering a perfect course for me at the time when I was 18 or 17 and choosing where I wanted to go. Edinburgh, an 8-hour drive away, was just way out of the equation because I could not think about moving that far away from my family. Don't know if I would today, probably not. But you know, it's just all about where you feel comfortable. Do you feel comfortable being 3 hours away, or maybe 4 hours and 3 trains away from home? I did, so I went for that option. But it's completely up to your personal choice. Don't feel as if you need to be led by anybody else. Don't feel as if you need to be led by your friends, your family, your boyfriends, because believe me, things change and you need to be happy at the end of the day. So what I was just talking about, I guess I'll touch on here. My university experience was massively, like, poles apart different from my first year to my second and my third. My second and my third year were amazing. I loved them and I would redo those years in a heartbeat. They were incredible. My first year was a bit shit. Sorry to swear, but it was just, it was a combination of things. I was in a long distance relationship in my first year. I know people that it's worked for. Just for me it didn't, and a long distance relationship, added with the fact you're moving away from home for the first time, added with the fact that you're studying a subject that, well, hang on, let me make this more personal, that I was studying a subject that I thought that I was really out of my comfort zone with, as in I loved it, but when I got there I realised how talented everybody was and I thought, oh my god, what have I done? How have I got on this course? Yes, it's just a combination of things where it was like, oh, I don't know, I don't like my flat that I lived in. I had one amazing housemate, we ended up living together in the next year, but my flat was really rubbish and I didn't particularly like the city because I had these rose tinted glasses on that I wanted to be with my boyfriend, and it was just like, this is not where I want to be in my life. So yeah, that's my first year. Basically, my recommendation, if you're going to uni in September, go there with an open mind. Go there like the American films show you. Go there to make friends as quickly as possible. Don't panic if you don't get them as quickly as you want, because you will get them, don't worry. Just try and make friends, try new experiences, go out as much as you can. You might be like, I cannot drink tonight, I'm gonna fall over. Then don't drink, but go out, make those experiences, make those memories, and just be as good a version of yourself as you can be. Don't wallow in your room, wallow in your room, thinking about home and thinking about things that you miss, because although you might miss them, you're only away for 3 months at a time. You can go home if you want at a weekend, you can do what you want, but you're only away for 3 months. I wish I was telling myself this those 4 years ago. But anyway, you know, it's only going to be September to December, and then it's only going to be January to April or March, then it's only going to be April to June. You know, that's not a big deal. And then you've got the whole of summer and the whole of your holidays to figure out what you want to do at home and see your family and see your friends and see whatever you want to do. Just make the most of it because it's amazing. As far as first year, another bit of advice, you're going to be looking for your student accommodation in your first year. So it's going to be one heck of a stressful time. I think it was the most stressed I have been at uni trying to find a house. It was me in my house, myself, and 4 other people. I'm going to say your names, guys, hope you don't mind. It was Charlotte, Becca, Lizzie and Nick. We all lived in a 5-bed house in Portsmouth, and it was incredible. But to find that house, that perfect house, it took not an awful lot of searching, but it did take an awful lot of time trying to find a landlord that we trusted and that we liked, one that wasn't way too expensive, things that were close to all of our different unis. Because all 5 of us met in halls, we didn't all meet on the same course. All 5 of us were doing different courses, and so all 5 of us, being a city centre campus, here you go, all 5 of us were in different buildings and different areas of the city. Not too far away from each other, but it meant that to have a house where we'd all be happy, as far as how far we had to commute, or, you know, just walk, we had to find one that was in like a optimum position where we could all have an equal commute to and from our university buildings. Does that make sense? Seems like a small detail, but believe me, it would make a huge difference, and we liked that house so much we stayed there for 2 years. But finding that house, just, I guess it was me that had the short end of the stick with the house that we were looking at. Basically there was a really, really small room and the rest were double rooms, and it was me that had to go, guys, I'm not happy here. And we didn't actually have the house, but we looked around it and everybody else liked it, and I was like, I don't want this one. And it became the biggest problem in my life. I rang my mum crying. I went to my best friend Lizzie's room, who I ended up living with, Lizzie's room in halls, and crying and saying, what am I going to do? How am I going to tell everybody that I don't want to live there? But I did, manned up, told them, and then Lizzie, thank God, thank you very much, and I spent numerous hours then looking and searching for a house, and eventually found our house that we ended up getting. This seems like a really long-winded story, but this is one of the most important things. Get on top of your house situation as quickly as you possibly can. I don't mean in September, as soon as you get there, say, who am I going to live with? What am I going to do? I mean before Christmas. At least settle down and say, not settle down, at least figure out who you want to live with, and at least just start that conversation. Just say, are you looking for any housemates next year, or would you think about coming and living with us, you know, me and so and so and so and so? Because once you've got that idea, at least you know whether you're looking for a 5, a 4, a 3, a 10-bed house. My brother was in a similar situation this year, and he didn't know who he wanted to live with, who was going to live with who, whether somebody else had a plan to go live with someone else, and so they couldn't even start that looking process because they didn't know what they were looking for. So yeah, get that down as quickly as you can before Christmas, because then you can spend sort of Christmas break having a little look, and then when you get back in January, be like, right, we need to get on this house bandwagon by the end of January, because then it's just done, dusted, and we don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, so second year, I guess I'll start with that, was incredible. Amazing, the best year of my life. Basically, that summer, so about a day before I came back to uni, my boyfriend at the time and I broke up, and so my first month at uni was a bit like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? No, I don't know. I didn't want to come back to uni because I missed him, and now I'm here, and now what the hell do I do because I haven't got anything else to do. But I don't know, it was basically heartbreak, but I was on a heartbreak diet, so it meant I lost like 2 stones, so it was quite good. But anyway, as I said in the first year, I took that second year after that first like few weeks in my hands, and I was like, right, I'm gonna go out there and try and make friends that I hadn't made in the first year because I'd been too engrossed in my life, like away from uni, that I hadn't made really any friends on my course. So I was like, right, I'm gonna make course friends because I see them every day, 5 days a week, and I don't really know any of them. So I made conscious effort and I made friends with them, and I really liked them, and it was definitely worth it. Well, I'm going to go out as much as I can. I think at one point I was going out 5 days a week, which maybe is a little bit too much because you end up spending a lot of money, getting tonsillitis, and just being ill, and maybe a little bit of alcohol poisoning, I don't really know. But it was brilliant, and just going out and having fun with your friends is just the best bit of advice I could give you. You know, don't neglect your studies, because you need, the whole point that you're there is to better yourself and better your education. But also remember that this is a life, you know, university isn't just going to school, this is a life decision, and you're changing your life. So you need to change your life in the education way, you need to change your life in a social way, you need to change your life in maybe a personal way. I don't know what I meant by that, but just you're changing things, and things are changing, so you need to sort of go along with it and not think that you're the same 18-year-old that you started off on this journey being. The best thing about my second year was my house. I loved my house, and I loved my house in third year because it was exactly the same. But I loved my uni home. It was a bit of a slum, as in not the actual house, as in where it was. It wasn't in the best place of the city in any stretch of the imagination. It had a tiny lounge, like minuscule. You could just about get 2 sofas in there, as in like this, have all 5 of us in there. The kitchen was small, and the toilet was at the other end of the kitchen. There was 1 loo between 5 of us. But that sort of situation really brings you together as a home, and as a, I guess as a home, as a family, a sort of surrogate family. and making sure that you are accommodating to everybody, not in a way that you're going to be walked all over, because, and I'm making it sound like I had to have these situations. My house was so easygoing. I was so lucky. I think we were the only group of people that I knew, that didn't have an issue, as far as I know. Sorry guys if you did, but it's too late now. But anyway, I don't think we had issues in our home. We were pretty laid back. If the heating wanted to go on, the heating went on. I know people have arguments about that sort of thing. Put on another jumper if everybody else wants to save money. Don't just jump out, put the boiler on and think, well, I don't mind paying the extra £10 because other people might. So just be compromise. That's all you have to do. For third year, you need to go back to third year thinking, right, I can't have another second year because I need to knuckle down and I need to get my dissertation done. Get it done as quickly as you possibly can. Obviously well done, but don't procrastinate. I procrastinated and had to bang that thing out in about a week, and oh my lord, believe me, it was the worst. Even if you're not doing a dissertation, you have this sort of demon going, you have to do that, you have to do a dissertation, remember, 10,000 words, remember, bibliography, remember, and I'm not great at writing, my spelling is atrocious and I find it a real task to write anything. So the whole dissertation thing, I was like, I can't do it, I'm not even going to venture into it, I'm just not going to do it. And then projects are something that you have to do. So, you know, if you want to do the university thing, you have to be able to do all this stuff. And so it's like, I don't want to, but I have to. Oh, help. Just get it done. Get it done, write it all out. You got 10,000 words done in the first month. Your lectures would be, that's way too fast. Oh my goodness, you should have read more. You can read more. Just because you've written it doesn't mean you can't delete it and add more, but it means that you've got some sort of plan, and it means that you know what you're kind of doing. Maybe don't do 10,000 words, but maybe do like 5,000, half. I don't know. Actually be good. I was a bit rubbish. I procrastinate a lot. That's one of my issues in life. Yeah, I'm just open out to you guys. It's massive. But anyway, I'm babbling on. What else can I say really? Graduation day, wear comfortable shoes. Don't wear court shoes that are patent, because believe me, they're going to cut into your feet and scar them. I still have scars on my feet from those bloody shoes. Wear your funky ones that you want to. You only graduate once. Enjoy yourself. I guess the main thing, choose something that you're going to enjoy. I was ripped apart at university because I went there to do photography. I love photography. I love pictures. I speak with pictures. I don't speak with pictures, but I'm not very good at writing, as I said. So my way of writing is with pictures, photos, drawings, whatever. I'll just do a little doodle and that's my way of saying something. My writing is pretty much like hieroglyphics. So it's just kind of how I communicate. Part of a main thing of how I communicate. I took photography as a degree, not wanting to be a photographer, and people didn't understand that and didn't like that. I was kind of like, why the hell are you here then if you don't want to be a photographer? And my response would be, I'm sorry, but this is a photography degree, not a photographer's degree. You know, they're different things. Like, it's not, you don't go to uni to be a geographer, or you don't go to uni to be a historian. You get these back, you get this education and this backing in something that you are passionate about and something that you like, because then you can use that expertise, that degree, to then help you in any venture that you go on in your later life. And I guess I got my degree, and I chose to do my degree in something that would tell my future employers or would help me in my future life with anything visual, because I like visual things and I work well with visual things. And there's no point me, if it were me, doing a degree in English literature, because I know I'd be shit at it. I know I wouldn't be very good. You know, there'd be no point me doing it because it isn't one of my strengths. So I'm playing at one of my strengths and I'm getting something that's going to put a stamp on it. Wait, this qualification tells you that this is one of my strengths. This is photography, I'm good at that, you know. And yeah, I guess go there, do it, get your degree, and don't listen to anybody that says, what's the point of doing a film degree if you don't want to be a producer? Why the hell does it matter? You know, I like film, I want to get a degree in it. Ain't no biggie. And quite a lot of jobs just ask for a degree. They don't ask for a specific qualification, they just ask you for a degree. And actually, unless you want to be a doctor or a solicitor or something like that, you don't necessarily need a specific degree, and sometimes having something completely out of the ball game and something completely different actually helps, because you can bring a whole new perspective onto something. That's what I think, but don't listen to me about that, because I'm not in a very high earning job. Maybe ask me in a few years. But that's my view on it, and as long as I'm happy about it and I've got a piece of paper on my wall that says I've done something for 3 years and I'm happy about it and I'm proud of it, then there we go. I've got debts, but student debts don't count towards a mortgage, and they're a self-improvement degree, self-improvement loan. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just happy that I did it. And so then, just to conclude, hi, my name is Alice. I have a 2-1 BA Honours degree in photography that I got from the University of Portsmouth. I graduated in 2013 on July the 23rd. So I'm nearly an old graduate, but I'm holding in there for at least another month. And yeah, if you want to go to uni, please ask me any questions that you have in specific, but I think I've pretty much covered everything in this like half an hour long sequel that I've done. But if not, let me know and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as possible, and as in-depthly as possible. And if you are going to uni, good luck, enjoy yourself, go to Freshers Week, drink as much as you can, because there's only going to be 3 years of your life where it's acceptable to go out in shorts that show your bum cheeks and be sick every time that you drink, because there was nobody there to tell you to stop. Don't hurt yourself. My brother went to uni. I'm going to do another video about this, but just a quick, don't get too drunk that you jump downstairs and then have to dislocate your leg and then now you're on your 3rd knee operation. Don't do it. Just enjoy yourself and be safe, and yeah, try and better yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for babbling on. Please subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you've been to uni, maybe you didn't like it, let me know. Maybe you had an excellent experience all 3 years. If you did, then whoa, well done. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Lots of love, bye.